Remember, before you reach for your blower and brush, reach for Blow Care.
Blow Care, the amazing hair care product for men and women who blow dry and style their hair, available now at your neighborhood Hook's dependable drugstore.
Is it a fling or the real thing? Julie falls for an older man on the season premiere of One Day at a Time, Tuesday following MASH.
Yep. All right.
Seated. For the record, this is CR 77-44A. The time is 10:04 on October 21st, 1977. I will ask, first of all, counsel for the state and counsel for the defendant, is this your jury?
It is, Your Honor.
For the defendant?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll ask the jury, and I'll ask the foreman of the jury, duly elected, do you have verdicts?
I do, Your Honor.
If you'll pass those verdicts to the bailiff, please. We have final verdicts in this case. Okay, will the defendant, Mr. Kiritsis, please rise and face the bench, sir. In CR 77-44A, as to count one, the form of the verdict is, we, the jury, find the defendant, Anthony G. Kiritsis, not guilty by reason of insanity. We further find that the defendant, Anthony G. Kiritsis, committed the act charged in count one of the information, and that at the time the defendant was insane and is therefore not guilty by reason of insanity. Further, as to count two, the form of the verdict is, we, the jury, find the defendant, Anthony G. Kiritsis, not guilty by reason of insanity. We further find the defendant, Anthony G. Kiritsis, committed the act charged in count two of the information, and that at the time the defendant was insane and is therefore not guilty by reason of insanity. As to count three of the information, the form of the verdict is, we, the jury, find the defendant, Anthony G. Kiritsis, not guilty by reason of insanity.
I've got to play one minute.
Just a minute, Mr. Just a minute, please.
I understand you put it on.
We further find that the defendant, Anthony G. Kiritsis, committed the act charged in count 3 of the information, and that at the time the defendant was insane, is therefore not guilty by reason of insanity. Please be seated.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Does the state wish to poll the jury?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defendant wish to poll the jury?
No, Your Honor.
The jury and the 4 alternate jurors are now discharged. I would ask that you go with the bailiff, Mrs. Barnard, the chief bailiff, since she has certain forms that she must give to you before you are discharged. As your service as a juror, I will instruct both counsel for the state and the defendant and all of the jurors in this case that it is their option as to whether or not they speak to any representatives as thereafter. The court now sets 9:00 a.m., November the 9th, 1977, as that date for a hearing pursuant to statute on the question of competency as to further action by the court in this case. With that, the court is adjourned.
Let's go.
I have to thank a lot of people. First of all, I want to thank my mother and their family.
Thanks a lot. We'll have a press conference later.
He's got to get his coat. I'm sorry. Jan, you guys have been great.
We'll be out on press conference.
Dead Man's Line, the true story of Tony Kiritsis.